Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. I love partnerships, okay? And I hate partnerships. And here's what I'm talking about. Everybody that's involved in the partnership needs to add value. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So here's my story. I have a really good friend. His name is Sean, okay? He's got great credit, lots of money in the bank, and just a ton of experience rehabbing properties and flipping them. Okay, he partners with another friend that's got great credit, some money in the bank, and lots of experience rehabbing properties. Does anybody see a problem with this partnership? He does well. Sean makes about $20,000 per property and does about $6,000 a year. So it's okay. Good, decent income. But he's given half of his profit away to someone that's not adding any value. Am I the only one that sees a problem with this? Okay. So if you add value and if you work together, one needs the other, it's a great partnership. So what do you want to do? You want it in writing. I'd be surprised, I am surprised at how many people do not put their partnerships in writing. And you know what? You lose friends over it. So this is how you do it. Joint venture, LLCs, LP, LLP, LLLP. What's all that mean? Limited partnership, limited liability partnership, limited liability, limited partnership. And I'm almost always, when the entity is structured this way, I'm almost always seeing the LLLPs. But don't worry about that. This is what you need. It's easy. The LLC. Unless you're cheap, then do the joint venture. But do something in writing. Who contributes what? Who gets what? What happens when? You guys see where I'm going with this? Okay, don't be or use straw buyers. Unless you want your subsidy to come from the government. What's a straw buyer? I heard something over here. What's a straw buyer? Fake buyer. It's a good way to put it. Anybody else have a different definition?
Somebody else using your credit to buy.
Using your credit to buy a property for themselves. Absolutely. It's when you get a loan from a lender, a bank, whoever it is, with no intention of making payments on that loan. You get the loan, you transfer title to somebody else. And it usually involves some kind of incentive to do that. What am I talking about? Money. Money. So I'm going to tell you another story. When Steph and I was getting started, I told you we were like this, right? And a lot of us investors are like that. So on one of these times early on, and she didn't know I was going to tell the story. we wanted money. We needed money. We had bills to pay. And we got approached with this. I will give you $10,000 cash right now if you go out and get a loan on my property. And we took it. I think there was about $100,000, maybe a little bit more, owed on the loan, on the property at the time. It was a rental for him. We bought it for about $200,000, which was an inflated value. He promised that he wanted to keep it as a rental property. We didn't know the condition, anything. We saw that $10,000. So we bought it, 100% loan, stated income on an investment property. There's a reason those loans don't exist anymore. He pocketed 90 grand. He pocketed 90, he gave us 10. It was about that. And then maybe 9 months later, we started getting called. No calls from him, calls from the lender. you are in default. Just like 6 years ago. You're in default. We're not getting calls from who we want to, not even returning calls. We are getting calls from the lender. Finally, we were able to get the property back. He deeded it back to us because he's gone. He blew through the $90,000 and he disappeared. His intentions were good. He's just an idiot. But am I an idiot too for... Okay, so we got the property back. We went in, looked at it, had a tenant in place. So we inherited a tenant that's not making any payments, doesn't have a job. We have a property with skylights in every room, if you know what I mean. A raccoon infestation. Raccoons hiding behind the refrigerator. Okay, partnership ideas. Let's talk about how to do it right. And I know this is kind of small, so I'm going to read it to you. Lots of time, no money or credit. Everybody wave. I mean, just look at this guy. Don't you just want to wave to him? Okay. No time, has money, has great credit. Do we have the microphone close by? Okay. Who can describe a partnership arrangement with this for me? Over here, up here.
Well, I can think of two things. I'm actually in this situation where I've got a professional who has a lot of money and who wants to invest in real estate but doesn't have any interest or time to go look at properties. And so I found a property, she funded the purchase price and the rehab, and so now we own it in an LLC. And when we sell it, we'll split the profits. So we have an LLC.
Perfect. So there's really two here. Are you rehabbing it and flipping it, or are you going to keep it as a rental? They both work. She gets the loan. He goes out and finds the property and does the work, and they split the profits however they see fit. Okay, so you guys see how this works? She can't do the deal without him. She doesn't have the time. He can't do the deal without her. He doesn't have the financial resources. Perfect. As long as she's not a straw buyer. Do you guys understand the difference here if you're partnering with somebody into a deal or if you're just deeding it to them for a lump of cash? There's a difference. You're actively participating in the partnership. You could do that. Okay. Okay, here's another example. Last one. Has no idea how to find a deal. Nobody in this room. Has good credit, has money, but doesn't want to use it. Nobody in this room, right? Now, aren't we taught, Donald Trump, right? Why do you use money for deals? You don't need to. This also looks like Travis. Okay, no money, horrible credit, no income, but has a great deal. Partnership opportunity? Yes.
You mean like cross-collateralizing between borrowing partly against his money that he doesn't want out of his account, but and the house great deal as part of the club.
I don't know that I understand the question.
If this guy's, is that a guy?
That's not me. Yes, that's a guy.
Oh, I guess I was figuring that you put this up for a reason, doesn't want to use their money, so something, some way that money could be used as collateral against a loan.
Yep. So she's wondering, why did I put this sentence but doesn't want to use their money? Well, the first reason I did that because I know all of you don't want to use your money in deals. Am I right or right?
Right.
And it's the perfect segue into hard money lending. So you just got a little bit ahead of me. Let's go back. This guy can get a hard money loan on this guy's deal. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
So, what are the opportunities? Come on, you guys. What can this guy do or this guy do working together? Wholesale. Yes. Thank you. He can wholesale the deal to him. Do you guys understand what that means? We talked about it a little bit already. I know John's going to talk more about it. Very good. What else?
We can buy it together.
What have we been talking about for 20 minutes? They could partner. This deal we're double closing on Monday, this is the situation. It's this. It's actually her in this case. I should have put a her up here, but she has a great deal, but is not financeable right now. She will be. She's going to be very successful. But right now, she needs him. Okay? We ran out of time. They were trying to work on a partnership agreement. Couldn't happen, so she just wholesaled it. Made $9,700 on her very first deal. And it's closing at 1 on Monday.